Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I said hey.
Hey.
Welcome back to my channel.
Hey girl.
Hey y'all, I'm Jazmyn W. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Y'all know I like to jump right in, but first I have to promote myself because damn, okay?
Damn.
Yeah, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If you like my videos, love my videos, please subscribe. And in fact, tell somebody else about the channel, okay? Don't be selfish.
Right.
Also, I do have a membership here on YouTube, and also have a membership on the Secret Society, which is my Patreon, where I do a weekly live show, plus other fun exclusive content and stuff like that. But the weekly podcast is called Jazz After Dark, where we talk about intimacy in a funny way. There have been some really, really fun episodes this month. We did How to Talk Your Partner Through It, okay, Grown Woman Edition, okay, I did give my personal tips. And we also did an episode on yoni eggs, which I'm now obsessed with. I love yoni eggs, and I could talk about them forever. Next month in March, we're going to have a special episode on sex and PCOS, where I'm going to bring on a friend, an expert on PCOS, because I don't have PCOS myself, but I know how, you know, your intimacy life and everything could be affected by it, and it affects Black women at a tremendous rate. So let's get together and talk about sex, baby. And let's talk about our bodies, okay?
Yes.
We should be able to talk about this with our friends and each other, but we can't because the way we was raised. Anyway, this is about Married at First Sight. It's decision day. So let's get into it. Y'all know I always start with the most boring couple.
Ooh, who to choose from?
So let's start with the watered down, honey, way down. My mouth is so dry from talking about the same thing. Let's talk about Juan and Carla. Let's talk about Juan and Carla. Y'all know that's not who I was about to say, but let's talk about Juan and Carla, okay?
I know, they all boring.
If you're watching this on my TikTok, please go to my YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm very funny, very hilarious, very cute, very charismatic, very authentic, okay? Also like this live, please, so I could get in good graces with God or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's start with Juan and Carla.
Get into it.
Juan and Carla, because this is decision day, you know, they were reflecting on their relationship, and they were talking about, you know, whether they're going to stay together or get divorced. They don't have a romantic connection. Juan said, we don't fight, we don't argue, we don't have any issues, we don't have sex, I don't want to get in bed with her, I don't want to see her naked, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. And he said they have easy living, they have a good friendship, and his dad told him to use his brain to make the decision, right? I don't know what else he's going to be using, because he wasn't using his, if he not using his brain, honey, he sure wasn't using his dang-a-lang.
Period.
So what else will he be using to make the decisions, Juan's dad?
Not his dang-a-lang. Because
he was only using his head up here.
Not his dang-a-lang.
So what kind of decision did you think he was going to make? Okay. Well, he was going to be using his head up here the whole time, okay? Because he wasn't using another head. Anyway.
Dang-a-lang.
I wrote down, what kind of accent does Carla and her sister have? I don't really know what kind of accent that is. I don't know what kind of accent they have. The accent is kind of cute, but it threw me off. Anyway, I wrote down, no romance, no intimacy equals no relationship. I always said, right, when I was a lot younger, I was in a relationship where the intimacy had subsided quite a bit. And honestly, now when I look back on any relationship I've had, from high school to any relationship, I look back and think he was cheating. But I was in a relationship like really young, where like young adults in college, and you know, the intimacy had really subsided. We were together for probably like a year and a half, and had really subsided. And I thought, what's the issue? And I took that with me as I got older, and I said, if I'm ever in a relationship where the intimacy is just not there, that is the end of the relationship for me.
It is.
A lot of times women will DM me and be like, or message or ask me on live or on chat, be like, how did you know it's the end of your relationship? How do you know it's time to get a divorce? I think that's different for every situation, but I can tell you one thing. If you and your partner do not have sex, that just might be the end of your relationship.
It might be.
Point blank, period. Anyway, I wrote down, Carla kind of like him. Poor baby. I think Carla likes Juan, and I think Carla is such an optimistic person that she wishes that, you know, Juan wasn't the way that he is, because they could have a really good relationship. She sees the potential. She sees the opportunity, but she knows, because she's smart and emotionally intelligent, that it just wouldn't work between them. But the part of her that wants to have a little bit of hope, I see that. I see that she has a little bit of hope for their relationship, but she just knows it's just ridiculous. It wouldn't work.
Right.
And I think that disappoints her a little bit, which is very, I would say that's very human. That's a very human feeling, to see it and be like, damn, if things were different, this could really work. But you just who you are. Anyway, I wrote down, Juan don't want this woman. They got in the hot tub together, and he was on the other side of the hot tub.
On the other side of the planet.
I wrote down, if they had said, Juan, we have another hot tub at the rooftop of another building, and you can call Carla to have this conversation, would you like to do that? He would say, absolutely. Right. I think that if Juan could get as far away from Carla as possible, especially without their clothes on, he would do it. And I don't even know why. I don't know why. I think he would have called her from a hot tub across the world and had that conversation with her. That's how far he was away from her in the hot tub. Like,
facts.
He's scared of the pussy.
Hey.
He's scared. Cause what? He's scared of the pussy.
Hey.
Cause why? Anyway, Juan started packing his stuff early to go home because he was ready to get out of there, because he don't want to be with Carla. At the end of the day, I think Juan could have been handed any woman of color, and he probably would have acted the same way. Because at the end of the day, I think that these men on the show this season, Juan and David, just wanted white women. That's all they wanted.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how compatible, how incompatible, what made sense, what didn't make sense. I think they just wanted white women at the end of the day.
That's it.
That's what they said they wanted. That's what they said. That's what he said he dated it. But that's all he dates. Carla said the same thing. I think that's very odd. But we already talked about that. Juan said he never was intimate with Carla because it never felt organic to be intimate with her. He said that she would have to compromise on some of her spiritual stuff. I said, wow.
In order to turn him on? Okay.
Let me tell you something. If you're with somebody and they tell you to compromise on your beliefs, they can't even accept the things that you believe in, your spiritual beliefs at that. Imagine me getting with a man who's Muslim and being like, you're going to really have to stop praising Allah for me to really rock with you.
Crazy.
Excuse me? You can go to hell. You can honestly go to hell, because you cannot tell somebody that they need to adjust their beliefs, spiritual beliefs at that, to be with you. And that goes the same for some of y'all women who be like, I need a man who go to church. Do you go to church? And you meet him and he don't never go to church? Then guess what? He's going to go to church just to be with you in the beginning, and then he's going to stop coming to church with you. Don't ever tell somebody that if they're not doing the things that you want them to do already, either just accept them for who they are, or go find somebody that believes exactly the thing that you believe, and wants to practice their spiritual beliefs in the same way that you want to practice them. Because don't do that. Because why would you tell somebody that? Anyway, I wrote down Carla was hella annoyed after that, and I don't blame her, because she was like, wait, what about me is too spiritual for you? And he was like, man, the tarot cards. First of all, that's not even something Carla set up. The producer set that up.
Right.
She was like, we only did that once out of 2 months. He was like, yeah, so I don't really know. It's just a small sample size. Like, I don't know how many times you're going to want to break out the tarot cards. And Juan actually never explained what his faith was. Did he say I think he said he was a Christian. But Carla was open. Like, you don't like her. I don't know. He was just trying to get around saying he didn't want to be with her, and that's fine. She peeped what he was putting down anyway.
Exactly.
When it came to decision day, I text my dad. I said, Dad, I hope they let Carla go first. I hope they let Carla go first. And my dad was like, yeah, because they're both going to say no. And I was like, yeah, they're both going to say no. And they let Carla go first. And she said, Juan doesn't consider my needs or wants. That was gospel to me. That was gospel to me.
A shame.
Does the person that you're dating consider your needs or wants?
Your needs and wants, desires. Do they?
Do they consider your needs or wants?
Ask yourself.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I'm going to give you time to answer on your own. Because the person who likes you considers your needs and your wants.
Both.
Point blank, period.
Both.
What are your desires? What are your, especially men. Men, like a really good man, honestly, a really good man will think, man, what does Jazmyn need? How can I help her with that?
How?
I think that growing up in the black community specifically, we always think of a woman as being a helpmate. A woman is a helper. A woman is a helper. Women are natural leaders and men are natural helpers. In my experience, in the relationships that I've seen, you know, I would never marry somebody who didn't want to help me with the things that I was doing. You know,
Right.
They might complain about helping you later and they might bring up the fact that they helped you later, but at least you thought about helping me and thought about helping me, you know? So I think that a lot of times we put ourselves in relationships where it was like, oh, how can I help him? How can I help him? He need a helpmate. No, he need to be helping you.
Preach.
But Juan didn't consider her needs or her wants at all. He didn't help her do nothing. He did try to a little bit with her business. He actually did a little bit with her business, you know. But, you know, that was it. But she said he didn't consider her needs or wants. But he did try to help her with her business a little bit by giving her thought starters. He didn't really do anything. He just gave her some thought starters, right?
Right.
Anyway, Carla said that she doesn't want a partner who is very similar to her. And Juan said he doesn't either, but he wants somebody like him. I said, Juan need to date one of his homeboys then.
Or his brother.
You want a man that you want to date a guy who's just like you.
A cousin.
Be with one of your boys. Cause you need to find somebody who compliments you. You want to date yourself, Juan. Cause you think you're the best thing around. Best thing since sliced bread, honey. And Dr. Pia really challenged Juan on that. She was like, it sounds like you do want somebody who has the same interest in you. He was like, well, yeah, I want them to have the same interests. But I don't want somebody just like me. Yeah, you do. That's what that means.
Exactly.
Anyway, Carla said she never felt desired. She decided to get a divorce. And it's because they weren't truly compatible. But she's thankful for the experience. This is how you handle it when somebody is not your type. Can everybody on the next season of Married at First Sight take notes? When you like each other, guess what? You don't have to disrespect each other. You don't have to cheat on each other. You don't have to curse each other out. You don't have to do none of that. You could just simply live together peacefully for 8 weeks and say no on decision day.
Right.
Like,
it's easy.
It's wild that that's an option. That's an option. Like, that's what Juan and Carla did. I have the utmost respect for Juan and Carla. They just decided early on that they didn't like each other. They lived peacefully for 8 weeks. And they moved on with their lives. And you know what? I'm about to find Carla on Instagram because I want to follow her immediately. And I want to take a yoga class. Well, next time I go to the East Coast, honey, I'm taking a yoga class from that bitch.
Right. I want to.
Anyway, Juan said, or Carla said, you know, we made this an adventure. That was great.
Okay.
And Carla said, you know, I think that was Carla. And she said, I would never be with a man who doesn't want to be with me because of my athleticism, because of my spirituality. I said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And she says, at the end of the day, I didn't come here for a friendship. I came here for a marriage, and I'm definitely not going to dim my light. Period. Period. I love Carla. Carla got on my nerves in the beginning, but as the episodes went on, I liked her more and more and more and more. And that just shows like what a genuine and consistent person she is. I'm a Carla stan forever, honey. I'm a really stan Carla to the end of the day, honestly. She need to really stop dating white men exclusively because she said she only date white men. That's crazy to me. But other than that, Carla, you need to date all types of men. You open it up. Because you ain't married and you still ain't married. So if that's your goal, you need to open it up and date all types of men. There's nothing wrong with dating. Oh, let's date somebody Asian. Let's date somebody black. Let's date somebody Latino. You know? Let's date somebody, change it up.
Yes. Keep your options open.
Anyway, let's move on to Camille and Thomas. I wrote down Camille and Thomas look great. They were on a date together. And I wrote down marriage looks great on them, doesn't it? Don't they look gorgeous?
Gorgeous.
And Thomas said, he wants to base his decision not just on feelings, but on logic as well. I wrote down, Thomas, shut up. Shut up.
Why he gotta shut up?
Anyway.
Why he gotta shut up?
Camille asked him to make a decision about what they're gonna do, right? They both have their own apartments. This happens every season. They both have an apartment. And she says, I think we should move in. She actually never, I don't know if she ever said, hey, listen, Thomas, I know you don't want to break any leases, but I think we should break a lease or break both of our leases and find a new place together. Thomas is like, I don't want to break no lease because I want to save my money. I really think that's why Thomas didn't want to break the lease. He said, we have some time left on our leases. I have a friend who's moving from LA. To get out of her lease is $20,000. I'm not saying every place is like that, right? But it's hard to break a lease, y'all. I don't see nothing wrong with Thomas being like, I have like 3 more months in my place. Like, we could just stay there and then we can find a new place. It's not a big deal. But I didn't really like the fact that Camille asked him to make a decision. He made the decision. The decision is, I'm going to keep my place and you're going to keep your place. And she didn't feel prioritized. So if I tell my man, hey, I think we should break our leases and move together, and he's like, I don't really think that makes sense. It's gonna cost money, blah blah blah. And I'm saying, oh well, I want us to move in together when we get married. Like, it's gonna like bring us together. And he's like, yeah, but it's gonna cost $10,000. Like, no, I'll make sure that we have a schedule or something like that, or we have an on-off thing. I know you don't like that. But that's the thing. I think at the end of the day, you have to respect your partner and be like, okay, well, I asked you to make the decision, you made it. You don't ask your partner to make a decision, they make a decision, and then you get mad and you say that they didn't prioritize you, or you get mad and have resentment towards them. They made a decision and that's it. And you say, okay. That wasn't a decision I would have made, but okay, I get it. And you move forward. Like Camille, he made the decision and then you was like, well, this is what I be talking about. Well, you make the decision then. Because it sounds like you want to make it. But also you want Thomas to lead. So what do you want to do? Do you want to lead or do you want Thomas to lead? Because he made a decision. And now you got a problem with it because you want to lead. So lead. He said he will let you lead, but you had a problem with you leading. But now you probably got a problem with him leading. What is it? I talked about this all season. A lot of times, women are natural born leaders. If you want to lead then.
Exactly.
If you don't think that's the right decision, then say, you know what, can I make the decision on this because I don't like that. But you had a problem leading. And Thomas said, if you in the driver's seat, I'm going to sit in the passenger seat. He basically said, you lead.
He did.
But you keep putting pressure on him to lead, but you don't like his decisions because you don't think he a good leader. That don't make no sense.
I don't get it.
Anyway.
Me personally.
Camille said she never wanted to play house. Thomas said, I don't want to play house either. We're married. Thomas wishes Camille was more vulnerable. Ooh, I'm about to gag the girls. I'm about to really gag the girls. They gonna get mad. Don't get mad at me. Hell, this is my opinion.
Uh-oh.
Thomas told Camille, Thomas said, I've cried during this process. He said, I'm not saying that you have to cry. You have to be a crybaby. But I haven't seen you cry once.
Okay.
He said, I've been vulnerable as I can during this process, and you haven't been as vulnerable as I would have liked you to be. And Camille said, I want to tap into that softness, but I need to feel like I can relax and I can tap into that softness. And I wrote down, enough, black women.
Enough. I'm going to put the book down real quick. Uh-oh, here she go.
Because I'm going to tell you one thing I'm tired of hearing black women say. Well, I just couldn't be soft. I can't be soft. I couldn't be soft. I couldn't tap into my softness. I didn't have a place to tap into my softness. He didn't let me tap into my softness. Like, I didn't have a place. I didn't have an opportunity to be soft. So, be quiet. Be soft. Yeah. Be soft. Being in love and being vulnerable requires some risk of being hurt, disappointed, let down. Okay? That's what vulnerability, that's the risk for being vulnerable.
You hoes can't even spell
If you keep using the excuse, oh, I never had an opportunity to be soft. He never gave me the chance to be soft. Don't nobody care about all that shit. That's just like a man being like, oh, I never had an opportunity to be a provider. You never gave me a chance. You never gave me a chance. Just do it.
Just do it.
Because now your man's looking at you and being like, you didn't really open up. Because you still have walls up. And you're saying, well, I didn't get the chance to. You did. You could have started off being soft and risked being vulnerable to open up to the man.
Gag it.
But you never did. Camille, clearly, it's very clear that Camille still has her black woman walls up. Because she's afraid to be soft. And she's going to say, oh, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. I'm so sick of black women saying that. Be vulnerable. Be soft from the jump. Because that's the type of energy you want to attract. That's what you want to attract. Don't have all types of walls up and blockages up. And you know, have it be all, you know, say you got to be hard. Say you got to run everything. And I just want somebody to, you know, be able to run things because I run everything day to day. Just shut up and just be soft. And if things don't work out your way, that's okay. Be soft with the next person. It's called vulnerability.
Yep.
Because y'all said the same thing in my comments. When I was talking about I was like, yeah, she needs to be more gentle in her approach. It wasn't masculine. It wasn't angry. And it wasn't aggressive. It was authoritative. I'm not going to take back what I said. Y'all was like, she didn't have the opportunity to be soft. Yes, she did.
Every day you have it.
She did. The opportunity presents itself every day.
Gag it.
I don't know what y'all need. What y'all need to die and go to heaven and lay down on a soft pillow and God to stroke your back to be soft? Get the hell out of here. I'm so sick.
That.
I'm sick.
What?
I'm sick.
Well.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
Well. She sick, y'all. She ill.
All I'm saying is, obviously,
she's tired.
Somebody said she was very soft. What I'm saying is, Thomas said she wasn't as vulnerable. She has walls up.
And she do.
I don't think he's wrong about that. And when I'm talking about softness, I'm not talking about Love is Blind girl like, hey, daddy. Hey, I don't consider that softness. Hey, don't confuse softness with being a pushover or some sort of like docile being.
Submission.
I'm just talking about the opening up, the letting down of your walls, the letting down of your guard, the letting your authentic feelings shine through, the vulnerability.
Emotions. That's
what we're talking about. We're not talking about made up softness like, hey, baby, what you want to eat? Can I fix you a plate? That's not softness. That's just some old school shit. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about sitting down and really like opening up to your friends, to your man, being transparent. Thomas knew she wasn't letting her guards all the way down. And maybe it's because, you know, they're still in this process. She doesn't know what's going to happen. But Thomas said, you know, I was willing to kind of really show you who I was, and I still feel like you have some walls up. And I don't think he was incorrect. I think he was right, because she admitted, I want to tap into that softness, but I feel like I don't have the opportunity to. I don't have the space to. I want to feel like I can relax. Okay. Even Thomas on decision day, she was like, I need to feel like, and he was shaking his head like, damn, girl. He literally on decision day, he was like, did y'all see him? She was like, I need to feel like I can depend on him. He was like, he was shaking his head like, girl, like Will Smith. Anyway, Thomas said the next day, I didn't get the best sleep last night. It's decision day and I didn't get the best sleep. We know you didn't get the best sleep. Thomas, you look like you don't sleep good every night. Thomas, have y'all ever met a man who just every night is a bad night's sleep? I dated somebody like that once. Just negative. Just every night. Oh, I didn't sleep good last night. Oh, I didn't get... Do you ever get good sleep? Do you? Thomas looked like every night. Oh, I got the worst sleep last night. My neck. The next night, did you get to sleep good? Well, you know, it's a bit better, but it still wasn't the best sleep. You look like you don't sleep good every night, Thomas. Like, I can't stand somebody who don't never get a good night's sleep.
Like every morning they in a bad mood because they didn't sleep good.
They brought up Thomas's swag They said, "Do you want swag or do you want confidence?" I think whatever. Thomas walked in with a basketball. Of course, we knew that they were both gonna say yes on decision day. But when Thomas walked in with that basketball, I was like, "This is sweet. This is something to do with her playing basketball, college ball. Like, this is so cute. Thomas is about to do something so cute," and I didn't know what it was. And then Camille stepped in. And she looked really beautiful in her red. And, Camille said, what made Thomas shake his head is she was like, "I feel like if I don't do X, Y, and Z, we're going to be on the curb."
Homeless?
I wrote down lead, Camille. I hate to tell y'all, I hope I don't sound ridiculous, but women do a lot of the leading. We're great leaders.
Girl, she said homeless.
I don't know what to tell y'all. I feel like the patriarchy don't want y'all to know that.
They don't.
So they keep convincing you that it's a man's job. I mean, look at the world. Look at what men have done and continue to do.
Just look.
What you think?
Look outside.
Anyway, I wrote, Camille, don't hurt your man feelings before he say yes. Anyway, Thomas had wrote on the basketball, "Let's stay married." I thought that was cute, and she said yes. And at the end of the episode, did y'all notice she said, "I love you too," because they told each other I love them. I said this is great. I hope Camille and Thomas stay together forever.
Forever.
So yes. All right, let's move on to the hot ass messes, and then we're gonna talk about the final scene of the episode.
Which hot mess? Oh, everybody? Oh, okay.
Let's do Madison and Alan. First of all, I don't know what kind of song that they was playing on the episode while they were introducing Madden and Alan's coming to talk to decision day. The song said, and I don't know if y'all caught this, the song said, "Wade in the water, love in the cut." What the hell is a wade in the water and love in the damn cut?
Girl.
And why would you use a Negro spiritual
as a remix
anywhere on Married at First Sight during Black History Month? And why is you using wade in the water with Madison and Alan like they done been through some slavery or something?
Why?
One of them cheated on the other one. This ain't no slavery. This ain't no oppression.
For real. No, why?
Whoever put that song in the episode should be fired. Whoever does the music for the whole show, let them go. I promise you, because wade in the water, love in the cut. And I need to Google the song, because what white person would decide, you know what, let me remix Wade in the Water, but let's make it about love. Yeah. Wade in the water, but like love. You know what I mean? Like, let's spin it. Let's give it a whole new vibe.
I mean, it all worked out.
Why would you do that? Why would you do it? Why would you do that?
Why would you do it?
Oh my goodness. Anyway, they sat down and Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper and Dr. Pia were there. Now Alan, why every season a man say he got heart issues after breaking up? He was like, "I have a heart and my heart's hurting when I wake up in the morning. I have trouble breathing. One of my heart valves, I think it's collapsed. I haven't been to the doctor, but I think it is collapsed. I think I developed asthma now. My lungs don't work as well. This whole process has just really stressed me out. Yeah, my veins are enlarged. Do you see how enlarged my veins are? Do you see how enlarged my veins? Look at my veins. Like, they barely work. Like, yeah, my heart hurts when I wake up in the morning. I don't think it's anything to do with Madison. It's just this whole process is, just crazy, man."
That was good.
Pastor Cal ended up apologizing to Alan because he's like, "This is not how it's supposed to go. Like, I apologize. I love me some Pastor Cal these days. I love me some Pastor Cal." Madison came in and she said, she starts with an apology. She said, "I'm truly sorry for hurting you. It wasn't intentional or planned or didn't have malicious intent." Lies, lies, lies. She lied. She lied. She lied. It was all a lie. She lied. She lied. Because how do you cheat on accident?
She lied. How
do you cheat unintentionally? Did you sleepwalk onto the D? Like, oh, where's David at? Oh. Because how do you cheat on accident?
You don't.
It was intentional. When he was eating you, that shit was on purpose. He didn't eat you on accident.
Well, one time.
Come on now, stop. No, we're not dummies. We weren't born yesterday. Like my mama say, I was born at night, not last night. Hell, come on, girl. Gina, like, Alan said, why dangle a carrot when you were sucking a different carrot? No, he didn't say that. I said that. Anyway, Madison was like, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I cheated. I licked and sucked. So what? Like, let's get over it. Yeah. Like, let's move on. Let's move forward. I'm sorry.
Grow up.
Do you forgive me? No? Okay, whatever. Who cares? Like, so? Anyway, can I go? That's actually what David said, but... Anyway, David said, I don't... Alan said, I don't need closure. And David is dirt to me. Sounds about right. And Madison said, he seems spiteful. Like, I have feelings for David. Like, why is Alan so mad, though? Like, why is he so spiteful? Like, why is he so hurt? Girl, because you strung him along, had him going on dates, told him to fix his teeth, had him spend $3,000 on clothes, pretended like you wanted to be with him, didn't kiss him, stayed up all night getting tacos and working out and being in the gym and having sex with another man.
Oh, okay. That's why. Oh, okay.
What's not clicking with you? Let's move on to Michelle and David. Michelle's like, so many lies. Like, so many lies. Have y'all noticed that when David is with the woman he don't like, his hair just be disheveled? But when he with Madison and the woman he do like, his hair be in that little smooth, slick ponytail at the top of his head with the little palm tree. David need to cut his hair.
Bad.
I mean, honestly, the hair is stupid. It looks ugly. It's ridiculous. It's at the top of your head.
It's ugly.
Looks dumb. Like, cut it. We know you Puerto Rican. We know. Okay? I know you don't want to cut it because you need people to know your hair curly. It doesn't matter, David. Okay? Cut it.
It looks a mess, honestly. It looks bad.
Oh, my gosh. Anyway. David told Michelle, I had no intentions of hurting you. Unfortunately, I caught feelings for Madison. He keeps saying I caught feelings. What kind of vocabulary does David have? Like,
not very.
He keeps saying, I just caught feelings. I just caught feelings. I'm looking for my ride or die. I just caught feelings. We just catch feelings.
The vocabulary of a 12-year-old. Anyway,
David was laughing. It was a nervous laugh. And Michelle was like, and why is that funny?
And why is that funny?
Michelle.
Excuse me, what's funny?
Michelle. David said he's mentally checked out.
Why is that funny? Tell me.
And Pastor Cal clocked David. He said, it seems like if you got a lot of things going on, you just tend to check out. So what you going to do in a marriage? David was like, my partner is going to help me with that. Yeah. Because that's what he thinks. He thinks it's not his responsibility to be in charge of himself and be an adult. He thinks that a woman should come along and help him. Help him get on his feet. Help him get out of his parents' basement. Help him get a better job. Help him save money. Help him buy a house. Help him be faithful. Help him. He wants a woman to help him. Help him not cheat. Help him not lie. He thinks he's one of those guys who thinks that there's a woman who's going to come in and she's going to be such a good woman that she's going to help change who he is.
Yep.
He doesn't realize he's responsible for who he is, his own actions. He said that this whole time. Oh, you can help me with that. Oh, a woman can help me with that. Oh, a partner can help me with that. Oh, when I shut down, you can help me. No, you're actually responsible for your own actions, your own emotional intelligence. You're actually responsible for all these things. It's not another person's responsibility, woman or mom or dad or homeboy or your job's responsibility to come in and make you more of a hard worker, make you smarter, make you more dedicated, make you more resilient, make you more emotionally intelligent. No, David, that's up to you. And because it's up to you, and you seem to be a little bit lazy, you ain't gonna do the work. You don't have no accountability. David said now he has to take time for himself. Him and Ikechi love taking time for themselves, don't they?
They do.
Guess what, David? Taking time for yourself should not involve coochie.
Cootie cat. Punani. Kitty cat.
Anyway, David said he's going to spend his time pursuing Madison, and Michelle is mad. Why? Why, Michelle? They did a sneak peek. I hate to jump episodes, but I'm going to tell you why Michelle is mad. Michelle felt like she would have lost. If David had never cheated, or we never would have found out, she would have felt like she would have lost, because she would have came off as she's the bad person and she lost in a relationship. The fact that David cheated made him the bad person, so she won. But the fact that David and Madison want to continue to date each other, and he's going to be pursuing her and putting his all, which is not very much, into her, means that Michelle lost again, because she wanted to come out on top in her head, right?
Right.
She wanted to come out on top. She wanted to come out looking like the winner in all of this. This is a game. Like, I didn't like you, but she never thought to respect him or nothing like that. She just thought like, how can I win in this? How can I come out looking the best? I think Michelle really only cares about how she's viewed. Yeah. Honestly. Michelle was like, do you even care about me? David said no.
Damn.
I was gagged. I laughed. Cackled, actually. I don't blame him. Because why would I care about you? Why would you care about me either at this point? Like, I'm not really understanding Michelle's end game.
Well, it's obviously he doesn't.
She's like, well, why did you... I really want us to stop saying, well, why did you stay through this? Why did you continue this? Why did you... First of all, the producers, I know they're behind the scenes pressuring everybody to keep trying. You guys are in an ironclad contract that says you have to stay on the show, and it's your job to stay on the show.
Right.
So why are y'all saying, why did you keep doing this? Why didn't you just quit? Y'all, you just signed a document that said you must stay on the show. Why are y'all acting confused?
You have to stay on the show.
You stay on the show. Both of y'all have to stay on the show. Everybody has to stay on the show. Ikechi was at the final scene. Do you think he wants to be there? No. He has to stay on the show. You think Ikechi just woke up and said, wow, I can't wait to sit down with the other couples and and see what everybody has to say? He don't want to be there. He has to stay on the show. What's not clicking? Anyway.
Y'all know that.
David said he's moving on with Madison, and Michelle said, I don't know where that leaves me. It leaves you exactly where you started, baby.
Period.
And Dr. Pia said, David, I've lost all respect for you. Okay. He was like, okay, can I go? And that's exactly how I would have been, because you know what? I will say this, as an HR person, I consider Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pia, and Dr. Cal sort of like the company, right? They are HR representatives. And I think it's completely, this is just my opinion, it's inappropriate for Dr. Pia to say that she lost respect for David.
Yeah, it is.
This is not about your respect for any other people. It has really never been about that. It's about trying to see if we can hook people up to find happiness in a marriage and a relationship. Like, Dr. Pia, why do we care that you have lost respect for David? Like, I, as a viewer, I don't care about that. It didn't gag me. It wasn't a moment for me. It's kind of like, okay, and?
Exactly.
That's like me telling an employee, I've lost respect for you. It doesn't matter. Am I fired or not?
Right.
Am I getting the promotion or not? Like, my respect for an individual in a corporate setting like this doesn't matter.
Period.
And yeah, it wasn't gag worthy. I'm sorry. In the next scene, we saw Madison and David golfing. David had that ponytail back. He said it's been a while since he's been on a date. I was thinking, David, that's your fault, because why you didn't take Michelle on none? Anyway, David said he's nervous because he's got super strong feelings for Madison. He said, I can see a lot with us.
Girl, he can't see nothing.
I need us to pay attention when men say stuff, but they ain't really said nothing. Because if a man says, Jazmyn, I can see a lot with you. Okay, like what? What do you see? What's a lot? You know, just like I have super strong feelings for you. So like, you know, I can just see us. You can see us? Okay, is it when your eyes open or when your eyes is closed? Both. I just like you so much. Okay, so when you see us, what do you imagine?
Close your eyes and let me know.
Oh man, I just imagine us doing big things. You ain't said shit. You ain't said nothing. A lot of times guys just say stuff and it's these feel good fillers, filler sentences. Man, I just see you, man, you really that girl. Like I just see us, you know, being together. I just really see us doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I could really see us just taking over everything, you know, just taking over the world. For real? Okay, well, how we gonna take it over? Shit, you know, we just we gonna hustle. You don't have a vision. You don't have no vision. He said, I'm going to rock with you no matter what. I'm going to rock with you. You know, I'm going to rock with you all night. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to rock, you know, until the sunlight. You know, I want to rock with you. Rock the night away. You ain't said nothing. The man don't be saying nothing. The man ain't said nothing. Him and Ikechi ain't said nothing. Juan ain't said nothing. The only person who said something with some sense is Thomas and Alan. 3 out of 5 of the men on the show ain't said a damn thing. And let's move on to the very last scene. Juan said this is his warehouse. I wrote down this is the ugly ass building. What is this? This looks like a bad nightclub. What is the what is this? And why are there LED lights everywhere? And why do guys love LED lights? To be honest with you, like why do y'all love? I know I'm gonna get one man to subscribe to the channel by turning this on. Why do y'all love LED lights so much? Like, what is it about an LED light that really gets y'all going? I don't really understand why men love LEDs. They put them around their TV. They put them underneath the furniture. They put them around their wall. They think it really just sets off the tone of the vibe of the room or something. They think that, oh, you know what this needs? You know what this needs? LED. And it's never like a light bulb. You know what I mean? It's never like ambient lighting. It's never like ambient lighting. It's never like lower light, upper. It's always an LED. Always. Anyway, Alan wouldn't shake David's hand. This is where all the couples got together to have a cocktail and talk about who stayed and who didn't stay. Michelle said she's more upset than she thought she would be. I wrote down, why did y'all come? I guess y'all had to, right? Juan and Carla told the group that they didn't have a romantic connection, so they decided to say no. MM said that she sees herself finding a partner still, but, you know, she decided to take this time to go off on Ikechi. I don't know why. She went off on him already once. She said accountability isn't something that you're very familiar with. You're 42 years old. Grow up. Let me finish. You don't know accountability. Wait. Hold on, y'all. Let me finish. Take accountability. And you know what else you could do? You need to figure out what ACCOUNT ability is. Because you don't know what that is. And let me tell you one other thing. Be accountable. Okay, girl. You just said the same thing over and over. Is your mouth not dry from talking about the same thing? You done said be accountable, take about accountability, get an accountant, go find a bank account. You done said accountability 100 times, girl. We get it. I wrote down, let it go. You stonewalled me and you stoned me and you put a wall up on me. Yeah, you stonewalled me more than the trans movement. Yeah, I know you remember Stonewall. Yeah, you remember what you know about activism? Nothing, because you don't act on nothing. Okay? You're not trans. You transformed into somebody I didn't even know. Yeah, because you stonewalled. Girl, Oh my God, girl, stop. Ikechi finally said, my dad called me and said, I don't want to hear this shit. My dad called me. I said, hold on, let me finish. My dad said, I don't want. We acted out the whole scene together on the phone, on FaceTime. It was funny. Anyway, this is my YouTube. Somebody in the comments, what's going on? Come on now, use your common sense. I wrote down, everyone is amazing. I don't know about you. Maybe you're amazing. Who said that? Oh, Carla. Carla was like, everyone is amazing. All of y'all are amazing. I don't know about you, Ikechi. Maybe, I don't know you, but you probably amazing too, maybe. But everybody's so amazing. I wrote down she started crying. She got up from the room and started crying and talking about how he didn't do this and that. I said, at this point, you need to take the list of therapists yourself. Both of y'all need to call some people and call around and do some intakes, some consultant work, because girl. David said again, hey Alan, this wasn't intentional. Alan cut him off and said, bruh, honestly, I don't care. Thomas and Camille were cuddled up, kissing and hugging. I said, look at them, good for them. And I thought Alan cracked me up because Thomas decided maybe he had a beer or something, and he was like, he started feeling nosy. He was like, so David, when did all of this start? Can you explain to us when all of this started? And Alan was sitting there like this. Alan was having a good time. I was like, see, that's how you handle this situation. You just move on with your life. And Madison decided she was gonna say Michelle didn't give a F about David. She honestly didn't give a fuck about David. We all knew she didn't like David and didn't care about him. And then Michelle was like, do you want to wait till I come back over there? Right? Do you little beat? You want to wait till I come back over there before you start talking mess? Don't talk mess when I'm over getting this cocktail. I can't stand nobody who want to talk mess when I'm up in the bathroom. No, talk mess when I'm at the round table, girl. She's like, do you want to do this right now? Do you want to do this right now? Do you want to do this right now? Are you serious? Do you want to do this right now? We can do this. Do what, Madison? Michelle went to go get a drink and you started talking shit. So what do you mean, do you want to do this right now? Do you want to do it? It looks like you want to do it right now. Which we can totally do it right now. You know what I mean? What? Do what? Argue about what? You got the prize, girl. Why are you upset? If you got the prize, you supposed to ride off into the sunset with your prize underneath your arm, because he don't have no apartment or nothing. So you have to pick him up and then ride off into the sunset with him like this. Because he don't have nowhere else to go, girl. He got to go with you. So why are you unhappy? Did you realize maybe the prize isn't the prize? So now you got to argue with Michelle. Okay. Anyway, they get into a screaming match next episode, and I can't wait to watch it. Woo! Child, things are going to get easier. Those are all my notes. Those were all my notes, y'all. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Hopefully I can get this out tomorrow morning. I don't know if I will be able to. But if I work hard, I might be able to. Okay? Mariah, thank you so much. I want to talk about MM's new fiance, because I want to read y'all everybody online for a minute. I don't like to talk about episodes before they get too far ahead, but y'all gonna say I'm a hater. I'm not a hater. To me, this is just very common sense worthy. I think it's really weird for MM to be crying about Ikechi and how he did her dirty today. And then maybe I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe this is 4 months later. I don't know. Be engaged to somebody else. I think it's dumb. Everybody online like, oh, I'm so glad she found happiness. Look at the size of her rock. I'm so glad she found happiness. Look at the size of her ring. Oh my God, yes, she finally is engaged. Go MM. Not go MM. MM, go get some help. Because in this process, we saw you. The one thing that MM said that really made me think that she might need to go to a therapist herself was she said, I've had other men treat me worse than this. Which let me know that she was going to accept how Ikechi treated her if he just did a little bit more than he was doing. Bare minimum. He never did it. But if he had just done a little bit, she would have accepted this behavior. So what is she accepting from this man over here that she's newly engaged to? Because to be honest with you, I wouldn't get engaged to no man who let me go on this show. If you wanted to be with me, you should have pulled me from the process and been like, hey, listen, I can't let you get married. I was wrong. And then also, the fact that her new man is on the show is giving very suspicious. Suspicious. Why is he on the show? Why is Brandon on the show? Y'all, no. I don't think this is a good move for her. And not because I don't want to see MM be married or engaged. I just want to see her in the best situation. And a rebound engagement to a man who wants to be on a show and get up and get in the cameras and say, hey, I'm Brandon, and introduce himself to your ex-husband that you married for 2 seconds. I think all of this is just odd. All of it is odd. And I want to see her with a genuine connection, not with something that an opportunist or an ex who didn't want to be with her before who wants to be with her now because she's been on the show, and maybe even it's their opportunity to be on the show now. Like, it's not sitting right with me, and it ain't never gonna sit right with me. It ain't. I'm sorry. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I will see y'all later. Bye.